So as we talked about Venn diagram, let's see how a Venn diagram question will come for you in the question paper. So this is one type of question. You'll have many type of Venn diagram questions that you'll get in the exams, but this is just one type of question that you might get in the exam. If you look at the screen, you can see a question. Which of the following diagrams correctly represent the relationship among teachers, females and unemployed? So here we have three categories of people. One of them is teachers, one of them is female, and one of them is unemployed. So you have to understand something here. Teachers does not mean female teachers alone. It means female teachers as well as male teachers. Then we have another category called as females. Then we have another category called as unemployed. So how will we draw the relationship between a teachers, females and unemployed people? And we have actually four options here. So you can see here you have option A, whereby females represented by a large circle, teachers are represented by a smaller circle, and unemployed people are represented by an even smaller circle. We have another diagram where teacher is this circle, female unemployed is this circle, and females come in both the circles. Then we have this diagram C, whereby we have females as a bigger circle and teachers and unemployed within the females. And the last one D, which is an equal proportion of teachers, females and unemployed. So here we have to find out which of these can possibly come as a relationship between females, teachers and unemployed people. So here, instead of finding the right answer, we find out the possible wrong answers and eliminate those. So that is what we are going to do right now. This is just a tip or just a guide as to how to find out the answers for a logical reasoning question or a Venn diagram question. So here we will take it one by one. The option A. So the larger circle is females. Within the larger circle we have teachers, and within teacher circle we have a circle called unemployed circle. So here there are some meanings for all these. So here unemployed is the smallest circle, whereas teacher is a little bit bigger circle. So unemployed has come within teachers or wholly inside teachers. It means that all unemployed people are teachers. So we can't actually say that, because if you are a teacher, you are definitely employed. You are not an unemployed teacher. If you are a teacher, you are employed. If you are not a teacher, you may be unemployed, you may be of different professions. So here it is it is shown that within teachers there is a category called unemployed, but with logical thinking or logical reasoning, you can say that within teachers there will be no one who is unemployed, because all the teachers are employed. So this diagram is actually wrong. The next diagram B, we have teachers, we have unemployed and we have females. So teachers, we have teachers here, and this part where teachers and female come together, it means that this part of teachers are females and this part of females are teachers. It means that in teachers we have males as well as females. That means that this part may be males and this small part of teachers may be females. And within females we have people who are teachers and we have people who are non-teachers. That is a possible explanation. And here when we come to this diagram, we can see that within females there are some people who are unemployed, and within unemployed there are some people who are females. So this is also an actual possible explanation. It doesn't mean that this is true. It is possible. So if we can find out some more more possible or a more straightforward answer from these two, then we can go for that, or else this would be our answer. This is more or less correct. So you can see that we can't find any discrepancies or any problems with this diagram, because within teachers we have females, within females we have teachers. Within females we have unemployed females who are not doing any work or not employed in any company, and within unemployed people we have females and we have males. So those male unemployed are actually represented by this part, and the female unemployed are represented by this part. So this is more or less a possible combination. Now let's come to the next one. So in C it is said that within females there are teachers and there are unemployed people, but this whole circle is within females. The whole circle is within females means all unemployed people are females, all teachers are females. But we can't come to that conclusion. We can't come to the conclusion that all teachers are females, because there are male teachers too. We can't come to the conclusion that all unemployed people are females, because there are unemployed males too. So this one is actually a wrong conclusion. Now this one, we have females who are teachers, we have teachers who are females, so this one is okay, this one is possible. Then we have teachers who are unemployed people, so teachers who are unemployed people, so this part is actually wrong, because if you are a teacher, you're not, just like as we said before, if you are a teacher, you're not unemployed. This part is okay. If you are a female, you may be unemployed. If you are unemployed, you may be a female. That part is also okay, but this part is actually very wrong, because if you are a teacher, you cannot be unemployed, and if you are unemployed, you cannot be a teacher. Through logical reasoning or logical thinking or a common sense thinking, if you are a teacher, you cannot be unemployed. So this option is also wrong. So we can come to the conclusion that option B is correct, whereby we have teachers, we have females, and we have unemployed people, and within teachers we have females, within females we have teachers. If this circle comes inside teachers, then it might be wrong, because it means that all females are teachers. But there is a portion outside whereby we can say that all teachers are not females, some of them are females, and that is represented by this part. Some of the teachers are females, and some of the females may be unemployed. We can actually represent it as this part. So there are teachers who are not females, there are females who are not teachers as well as not unemployed, and there are unemployed people who are not females. Who are females, it is represented by this part, and who are not females, it is represented by this part. It may sound a bit confusing, it may sound a bit difficult, but if you have that a logical reasoning or a logical strength in your mind, that that little bit of reasoning ability where you can use your logic and common sense to reason with the answers or reason with the answer options, then you will get the correct answer easily. Now another sample question with a Venn diagram which is not a circle. We already studied that Venn diagrams can be drawn with circles, without circles, but the most common type is drawing with circles. But just an example of how Venn diagram questions might come in your question paper without using circles. So the question is, in the given diagram, circle represents strong men, square represents tall men, triangle represents army officers. So which region represents army officers who are tall but not strong? So this is the diagram that you have, and these are some areas that they have marked for us. This is just as the question it is. We have triangle here, we have circle here, and we have square here. So just to avoid confusion, let's rewrite this. It's written as circle represents strong men. So circle represents strong men. Okay. Next one. Square represents tall men. So square means the men are tall. And the next one, triangle represents army officers. So triangle represents army officers. So this is just to have an understanding about this thing, because all these are cluttered together. So just to have an understanding, I have rewritten what it is. You can just mark it here also. Okay, you can mark this as S, because this is a strong man. Circle is strong man. Then this rectangle or the square is tall one, and the triangle is army A. So we can write it as A. You can actually label it or mark it in the diagram itself. Now the question is, which region represents army officers who are tall but not strong? So we need army officers. We need army officers who are tall, but we don't need strong. So army officers who are tall but not strong. So we need triangle and we need the rectangle or the square. So we need this triangle and we need this area whereby these are tall officers. So we need triangle as well as the rectangle part. So it means that we don't need the circle part at all. We don't need the strong part at all. So we can actually shade them and cancel the circle part. We can actually cancel the circle part. So this part, the shaded region, is actually the cancelled part. So we can actually cancel the circle part. Okay, so now we have three parts, just one of them is marked, so the answer will definitely be 4. The answer is number 4. But this area, if you want a little more detailed explanation, we can say that this person or this area is just army officers. they are not strong, they are not tall, just army officers. And this part, just tall men. They are not strong men, they are not army men also. But this area, this 4 area is actually the the area that is represented by tall as well as army, because both the triangle and the rectangle are intersecting each other. Both the triangle and the rectangle have equal parts in this. So it means that this part is an area where it comprises of, or it consists of, army men who are tall. And since we have not included the circle, this area, 4 area, or this area which is called 4, is called the army men, army officers who are tall but not strong. Let us do one more example with circle Venn diagrams, which is the most common type of Venn diagrams. So here in the question we have, in the following diagram, R represents businessmen, S represents rich men, T represents honest men. Which number will represent honest rich men? So that is the question. So we have, as we said before, we have R, which represents businessmen. So R means we have businessmen. Then S represents, we have rich men. So S means these people are rich. And T represents honest men. So T represents honest men. So this circle, this whole circle called T, it means these people are honest. This whole circle that represents S, the middle circle, the whole people are rich. And this circle, the right side circle, which represents R, it represents businessmen. So we have to find out which number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, which number actually represents honest and rich men. So we need just these two. We need honest rich men, we don't need businessmen. So we can eliminate the whole of R. So here we have 1, 2 and 3 left, because we eliminated R, because we don't need businessmen here, we just need honest and rich men. So here we have honest men, here we have rich men. This part of the area are people who are just honest. They are not rich, they are just honest. And this part of the area are just rich people who are not honest. So we need honest as well as rich. So T plus S. So we need an area which comprises of T as well as S. We need an area which consists of T as well as S. And from the diagram itself we can understand it. It is number 2, because this area is just honest men, only honest men. So this is not the answer. This area is only rich men. We don't need this answer also. So we need honest plus rich men, which means T plus S, and 2 is the only area where we can get honest rich men. So the answer will be